glorify you, Jesus. Magnify you, Lord. You're worthy of the glory, Lord.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand. Last week, we concluded with the fact that you can either walk in grace or you can walk in grief of destruction, but you can't do both. And it's all based on what you've got in your girdle. And today we will begin looking at your bow. In our main scripture that we've looked at for this part of the series in relationships in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verses 3 and 4. We'll read those again just to cover where we're going. In 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 3 and 4, it says, And then Jonathan and David made a covenant because he loved him as his own soul. And Jonathan stripped himself of the robe that was upon him and gave it to David, and his garments, even to his sword, and to his bow, and to his girdle. And again, as we continue to make it a point to understand that once you step into covenant with someone, the key is you laying your own garments down, you putting down your own weapons, you putting down and you handing them to the person you're in covenant with. And as we begin to look at the bow today, again, if you look at everything else that we've looked at thus far, when we looked at the robe, we looked at the garments, we looked at the sword, and we looked at the girdle. All of those are about close protection or close proximity of battle. But when you look at a bow is about being able to hit things at a distance. And this is crucial because as we go into this part of the series, I'm going to reveal to you why your future hasn't changed very much from your past, if it hasn't. See, there's a lot of things in your life that while some have changed, some haven't changed. And truth of the matter is you've had this weapon called a bow. It's actually designed to help you change your future when you know how to use it. But because you haven't fully understood how to use it, you keep seeing a lot of things that you've said that you wanted to change, but they still haven't changed. And as we go through this part today, I'm going to show you some stuff, because what you have to understand is because of what you have in your girdle, you look at things in the distance a particular way. Because of the way that you have things in your girdle, what you already have in mind to reproduce, what you already have in mind of what you want done, because of that, that is what's actually setting up how you're using your bow. So what's happening is when you see things afar off, you say, okay, that's what I want to hit. I want to hit that target that's afar off. There's something that I want in the future. But the problem is you haven't known how to hit that target. So you wander a little bit, you shift a little bit, take a left here, you take a right here, you take a few steps back here, and then eventually you finally get close to the target time, but realize that target's here and you're here. And usually, I love you, but usually you're ending up not just missing it by a little bit, you're missing it by a lot. And the only reason you're missing it by a lot is because your initial aim was off when you first looked at the target. Because from a distance, it may appear that you're off just this little bit. But as the distance extends,
come on now,
a little bit here is way out here there. So it looks like, oh man, I'm right there. I'm right on this. Till you get up on it. And then when you get up on it and see exactly where your arrow landed, you're like, dang, how I get way over here? How did this, my intentions, I wanted this. How did I get way over here? It's because of what's in your girdle. It's because of what's in your girdle. And for every target that you've missed, you need to reevaluate how you feel about reproducing what you missed. That's important for you. For every target that you've missed, you need to reevaluate how you actually feel and what you actually think about reproducing that particular target. Because truth of the matter is, if you had it right, you'd already be reproducing it. It would already be, you would already hit that target. Or you would already know that you're on track to hit that target and nothing's going to keep you from hitting that target. But truth of the matter is, you've got a lot of stuff swirling in your head wondering whether or not you're even going to hit the target anymore. You don't even know if you're actually going to attain this goal anymore. You don't even know if you really want it. You don't even really know if it's worth it anymore to you. Because back when I was shooting at it back there, I thought it was what I want. So let's go to Genesis 22. I want to show you something. Because how you look at things in the distance is actually what's projecting your future. And this is important to understand. So I'm going to show you two passages. Both of them are going to be in Genesis, but you're going to be able to see the absolute difference of what's going on. Genesis 22 is the one I want you to see first. Genesis 22 for all of y'all haters. I didn't say who, I just said for all y'all haters. But I want to show you what hating on something actually does to you.
All right, come on now.
So Genesis 22, beginning at verse 1. We've heard this story before. This is about Joseph and his brothers and how his brothers felt about him and all of these different things. Excuse me, that's Genesis 37 that we're going to look at. I want you to see Abraham first. In Genesis 22, This is what you looking at things afar off is supposed to look like, so that those of you who do have haters, you will understand they don't stop you. For those